Breaking news here on Martyn Lucas Investor. Newsflash, XRP. We've got Sensei live on the show. Once again, XRP hit $2. Precisely. Again, you could have traded it 3 or 4 times. I'm kind of losing track now of how many times we get this right and how many times you can make money. For those of you that keep saying, I'm just going to hold it forever, you now own 1/3 less or 2/3 less than everybody else. In fact, 3/3 less. We've doubled our money because if you traded this 3 times, you've got your seed money out and you've now accumulated more XRP. So without further ado, tap the like button if you like this content and consider subscribing. We're going to bring Sensei on the show and talk to us about the XRP chart. So without further ado, let's go over to Sensei. Sensei, what do you have for us on XRP today?
Yeah, so I've got I can do a full chart analysis for XRP and it's looking very, very good. Exactly as we said on the Sunday show. We're live every Sunday doing these analysis and everyone was panicking a little bit with XRP. And I said there is a very short-term level of support at $2.13. I'm expecting that to break, and when that breaks, we'll have a quick move to the downside towards $2. And within hours, that's exactly what happened. We had that 7% drop since the show last night, 7% to downside, bouncing at $2, exactly at $2. I said this time it will be close to $2. It won't be going as low as 197 and 190. And we've already had a bounce of about 7%. We have just come back to that previous support of $2.13, and we're trying to get back above it. But looking at this from a more longer term perspective, this can be a situation where this is all the momentum we need. We've got a double bottom with a higher low. So the previous low was about 196. The low before that was about 190. Now we've got $2. Looking at it from a long-term chart, that would look like a triple bottom. Looking at it from a medium-term chart, that's just lower, higher lows. So it is actually very bullish. And then you pair that with what the RSI is saying, and you zoom out to something like the daily time frame, which will give you a sort of a medium-term look, a short medium-term look at the chart. And what you're seeing is that is sort of a double bottom with a higher low. And on the RSI, you're having a lower low. So opposite things occurring. So let me repeat that. On the chart, you've got a higher low. On the RSI chart, you've got a lower low. What that means in charting perspectives is bullish divergence. Bullish divergence is momentum shifting. It is a charting pattern. It's what a lot of people look for. And if this bottom of $2 holds, this can be the point where XRP finally moves out of this accumulation phase that we're in, this sideways downwards momentum phase, this area where we are just accumulating, going sideways, with a lot of opportunity. May I add, we've had a lot of opportunity. I mean, at $3, that's when the controversial video of the 50% drop came out. Everyone keeps talking about this 50% drop that we said, and that was filmed around the $3 mark. Since that video came out, we've had a 37% drop, 38% correction. If you actually watched throughout the video, what I said during that video was, don't be surprised if XRP has a 50% crash during the bull market. That is not something uncommon. Be prepared for that. But what my main message in that video is Bitcoin's looking a bit bearish. There's going to be a lot of opportunity to accumulate more XRP, and what I'm expecting is a 30 to 40% correction. We got a 37% correction, so that target was reached at $2 level. The $2.90 level was hit. Then we had that trade to the upside, back to $2.62. The area where we famously took a bit more profit, and then we came back down to $2. Then we had that move back up to $2.38, and now we've had that move down to $2. So personally, me trading this, I've taken out my initial. I've gained about 50% more XRP, and that I've done it in more of a risk-averse way. I could have traded this with leverage and seen profits of 1,000% or much more. so that even though this, zooming out, this just looks like accumulation, it's been very volatile within this range. There's been a lot of areas to make money. Again, it's not financial advice, it's just what the chart is suggesting. And right now we might be seeing a double bottom occur at $2. We've got that bullish divergence. If we hold that $2 level, we are looking to get back above these ranges at $2.30, $2.40, $2.62, and ultimately head back up to all-time highs in the year in 2025, and maybe as soon as January of 2020.
Thank you, Sensei, for that great information. No. If you can go full screen on your face once again now, we can have a conversation. Now, I don't know if anybody realizes this, but did you know XRP has its very own drink? This was just sent in by Mike. Look, the XRP Ripple. It looks like it's some sort of fruit drink. This was sent in by Mike in Discord. It's not, I've got to tell you now, it's not XRP Ripple, but it is Ripple. There you go. Did you know that? I bet you didn't know that. All right, let's bring Sensei back in again now, and let's have a conversation. Absolutely fantastic. Sensei, spot on again, mate. Well done, well done, well done. I just like to know, and because when you were talking, then I was unable to pay attention to every word as I was doing 5,000 things at once. But have you yourself traded each of those times, or have you just held your position? What have you actually done with your own XRP?
So what I've done is when we initially had that move. I've had areas where I've wanted to take out my initial, and that was represented by those green lines on my chart, which I've explained before. But that was the $2.60 level. I took some money out when we got to that 1618 from the 21. That's the Fibonacci level, around $3. That was basically the high. I came on the show and I said I've taken some profits. I took my initial out. I took a bit of extra out. I bought back in at $2. I sold back at $2.62. I bought back at $2. I sold at $2.30. I bought back at $2. So throughout that, I've still got even though we are at the lower levels at $2, I've still managed to keep my initial investment of XRP out so I've taken profits, taken my initial out, but actually increased my position on XRP. Again, it's not that it might not be the right thing for everyone, but they might not know how to trade. But for me, looking at these charts over time, I've learned exactly how to do these things, and it's worked out for me. I've taken my initial out, and I've got more XRP now. So brilliant.
That's perfect. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. But let's just say, it's not for everybody. Some people are not looking to do that. They're not as averse, they're not as well educated on charts as Sensei is, and they like the asset. They just want to buy it whenever they can. Over time, they might not even buy it at all. They might not buy it on the dips. They might always end up buying it at the top of the levels, and that's absolutely fine as well if you're buying it long term and just want to hold it. I often say, if people had done this, they could have made more money. Well, it's true. However, it's not wrong to just buy and hold. What is wrong is when you say, I'm buying because it's going to go up to $1 million next week or whatever. That's wrong. That's uninformed. That's just guessing and gambling and whatever. But if you're just buying it, at whatever level that you are, and adding more and more. I mean, look at Michael Saylor today. Oops, let me just get rid of those alerts. We'll get rid of those just for a moment. Sensei, you've got them as well on your screen. I can see that's definitely a mirror. I can definitely see now why. I was right, wasn't I, about that light over the screen? I think it's putting a shadow on. Was I right there?
I need to watch it back. I have no idea what's
when you watch it back,
I don't know what you're saying.
As you watch it back, underneath you on the chart, it's all light. It's as if it's bleeding onto the mirror of your auto cue. Anyway, you'll work it all out, I'm sure. But I forget what I was going to say now. Anyway, it's not important. But the point is, everyone's got their own strategies. And look at Michael Saylor today. Michael Saylor over the last couple of days has been buying more Bitcoin. When you might go, well, why didn't he buy it when it was 5,000, 10,000? Why is he? Well, he did. Remember? But then time goes by, he earns more money, and now he's buying more. It's just like everybody who buys into the stock market. I'm now paying more for the S&P than I did 2 years ago or a year ago. That doesn't mean to say I don't buy it, and I'm using margin to do it. Well, why didn't I just use margin a year ago? Well, a year ago, I didn't have the income I've got today from YouTube. I've not earned the money to be able to do that. You've got to have income at the same time and all the rest of it. But there's nothing wrong in not trading. I know some people are going, well, I didn't trade, I just held it. Does that make me stupid? No, it doesn't make you stupid. You could have made more if you traded it, but it's not for everyone. And it also requires not only the knowledge, but also requires a different sentiment as well, because you're now looking to find the entry point, whereas those that just buy it, it's like me with the S&P. I'm never selling. I'm just adding more. I don't have to try to get back in again. I just add more along the journey. Anyway, Sensei, thank you for bringing that to us. What's your thoughts on Gorilla tomorrow? They're going to be on the show half an hour before the earnings. That was their request to do that. They wanted to deliver information into the bell. That tells you a lot, doesn't it? But what's your thoughts? What do you think we're going to see tomorrow? Are we going to see a big crash on Gorilla because it had a massive rally? Or do you think they're going to reveal something and everyone's going to go, oh my God, straight to $70? I think you mentioned the word $70 in your review there. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be exciting. Last time we did you did a meet the CEO. I listened in. I had to analyze the CEO myself, see what kind of person he was, listen to what he's done in the past, and then I made a decision to buy into the stock. And that turned out to be an absolutely amazing investment. That's Mobix. That was the CEO of Mobix he interviewed, and that's when I bought Mobix, and made a couple 100% on that. I wouldn't. I mean, it's going to be very interesting because they obviously want to share something. So I expect a lot of volatility, but on that open as well. So I wouldn't put my life savings into this. That's for sure. It's a low market cap, very highly volatile. But I'm going to wait and see what the CEO says and see if it entices me and to buy some shares. But I expect it's going to be another volatile day for Gorilla Labs, especially with the level we're at resistance. If it breaks through resistance, it's $70. So it doesn't. If there's some good news coming out, I won't be surprised to see that stock continue moving to the upside.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that, Sensei. I've just realized I didn't do an outro for XRP. I came straight back to you. So let me just do an outro for this, and then I'll come back to you. So there's XRP from Sensei. Fantastic. Very, very good information. You could have traded this 3 times now, but there's nothing wrong with not trading it. Simply holding it is fine too if you believe long-term in the asset and you're not looking to trade, just want to keep accumulating while on the journey. Not everybody wants to trade like Sensei. That's perfectly understandable. Click above my head for all the links down below in the description. Over here, I shall put the XRP playlist, and down here, something else that you might find useful. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other.